Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders of Yasharallah. Call Haloyim Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Harakah Kodash. Blessing our elders with the spirit of truth so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Aquathian that's keeping the faith in the work. Y'all keep at it. This your brother Abaya. Coming at you with more precepts. This is an article entitled Predictive Programming on the Ohio State University's webpage. College of Arts and Sciences, the Psychology of Extraordinary Beliefs. Ordinary students exploring extraordinary beliefs, right? Predictive programming. Says predictive programming is theory that the government or other higher ups are using fictional movies or books as a mass mind control tool to make the population more accepting of planned future events. Alright? Let me see. It says this was first described and proposed by researcher Alan Watt, who defines predictive programming as a subtle form of psychological conditioning provided by the media to acquaint the public with planned societal changes to be implemented by our leaders. If and when these changes are put through, the public will already be familiarized with them and will accept them as natural progressions, thus lessening possible public resistance and commotion. Right? So predictive programming is society's media showing you something before it happens, so that when it happens, it won't be a mind shock to you to the point to where you just lose control. Right? So, for example, the cell phone. Before the cell phone came out, before the flip phone, before the Apple Watch, and before the earbuds and the Bluetooth, you can see all of that technology on Star Trek, right? From the 70s, I believe, 60, 70, whenever it came out, right? But it went way before that technology actually hit society as a normal. We saw it on TV, right? So, hold on one sec. This is from the film that came out in 2002, I believe. It's entitled The Minority Report. Alright, so how I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna chop the video up into snippets, and towards the end, I'm gonna come back with script. So, hold up.
Imagine a world without murder.
I lost my best friend.
I lost my aunt.
I lost my dad.
I lost my father.
I lost my wife.
Just 6 years ago, the homicide rate in this country had reached epidemic proportions. It seemed that only a miracle could stop the bloodshed. But instead of one miracle, we were given three, the precognitives. Within just 1 month under the pre-crime program, the murder rate in the District of Columbia was reduced 90%.
They were going to be waiting for me in the car. He was going to rape me.
I was going to be stabbed.
Right here.
Within a year, pre-crime effectively stopped murder in our nation's capital.
In the 6 years we've been conducting our little experiment, there hasn't been a single murder.
And now pre-crime can work for you.
We want to make absolutely certain that every American can bank on the utter infallibility of the system, and to ensure that what keeps us safe will also keep us free.
Pre-crime? It works.
It works.
It works.
It works.
On Tuesday,
Josh Browder.
I'm trying to replace the $200 billion
billion legal industry with artificial intelligence.
He invented this lawyer-murdering robot, Do Not Pay. It can test parking tickets and has saved people millions in fines and legal fees.
Trying to put hard-working, money-grubbing lawyers like me out of business.
What do you have against lawyers?
But I don't have anything against lawyers. I just think that so many people need access to justice and they're getting ripped off, and making it free for them is popular.
Did you go to law school?
I did not.
No, you did not. That's what the law is. The law is about the person with the most money and resources winning. You are totally disrupting that.
I think we can agree on that.
Okay, so how does this thing even work?
So just like a real human lawyer, you go to it, type in whatever your legal problem is, it gives you a legal document for free in under 30 seconds.
And it's not just parking tickets. This AI lawyer has already helped people sue Equifax without paying a lawyer anything.
Oh, so with this thing, everyone can just sue everyone?
I mean, that's not what it was intended
Oh,
for.
wow, look at this. I just sued you for emotional distress for devaluing my degree and my profession. Oh, I just sued you for that terrible shirt and soup combo. Oh, I just sued you for impersonating John Oliver. How'd you like that?
I mean, I'm personally offended, but I stand by my software. A human lawyer is great, but they're just so emotional.
Too emotional?
I was making a great case against AI lawyers, using my human skills of legal persuasion. But what if robot lawyers were just the beginning? What if AI is taking over the entire legal system? Legal tech expert Tim Huang.
Increasingly, we're seeing the use of these automated systems even in the application of law. Judges, for example, are now using algorithms to assess whether or not people should be released pre-trial.
Okay, wait, hang on. Robots are already judging humans.
Oh yeah, in many states around the country already.
Oh my God, he's right. Robot judges are already performing pre-trial risk assessment, helping human judges determine bail or if a person should be detained.
And over 1 million criminal cases have been processed using these systems.
So what are the benefits of having machines in the judiciary?
Well, so some people say that these algorithms will be sort of free of bias in the way that judges are not.
I don't know about you, but I would rather be over by a human than a machine any day of the week. Unless it's one of those hyper-realistic sex robots. Obviously, those things are like, whew. I'm told that when you feel them, it feels like the real.
I think that's a whole nother issue. I'm sorry.
But even this sex bot addict concedes that AI judges aren't perfect.
A great study out of ProPublica a few years back looked at the specific case of a pretrial risk assessment system, and they were able to find that it was actually quite racist, that actually black defendants who were not likely to commit crimes in the future had substantially higher risk ratings.
What, you're saying these judging machines were racist?
Yeah, that's what it looks like in this case.
Oh, so that means the system works then?
I don't know.
Are trying to predict the future.
We know where crime happened yesterday, but where is it going to happen tomorrow and the next day?
And they're not alone. More and more departments are using data-driven algorithms to forecast crime.
It's all about improving accuracy and improving our effectiveness, our efficiency, and our service to the community.
When you see more police officers, you see the lights, you hear the sirens. The high visibility of officers does deter crime in certain areas.
Proponents say it's helping to reduce crime, but others wonder, at what cost?
I think it targets and it just justifies, in their eyes, racial profiling.
I just really worry about the world that my son is going to enter into and become a young man in. And I don't want people to look at him and prejudge him. That could be life or death if someone calls the police on you. The algorithm is always going to augment the system that it's in. And if the system itself is biased, is unjust, then the algorithm is going to replicate that.
Predictive policing is changing policing in your city now. And when you start asking the hard questions about how does it impact civil rights, how does it impact privacy, how does it impact suspects, how does it impact officers doing their job? All right, here's how we're going to work
done for tonight. Certain floors will be out as 160.
Say you're living in Los Angeles and you just got out of prison. The LAPD could be keeping tabs on you through a program known as Operation Laser. It uses crime, arrest, and field data to determine where violent crimes are likely to take place and who will perpetrate them.
Laser predicts who will commit a crime before a crime actually happens.
Groups like the Stop LAPD Spying Coalition are sounding the alarm in local communities. They say predictive policing strategies like Laser disproportionately target low-income people and communities of color. Why do you believe that this data is subjective?
The data is subjective, and the data is biased because policing practices have always impacted black and brown and poor people. Now we have predictive policing just coming in with a veneer of science trying to tell us that it's somehow making policing more objective. But what we're finding is that it's only augmenting the way that policing operates.
It's the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called power. Right? Israel is named after power, sons of power. That's what Israel means. Princes of power, or sons of God. Right? It says, or that is worship, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is power. Right? So that man of sin has been revealed. He showed himself, right? To those of us that are operating in the spirit, we can see him, but to those of us that are not, they still can't see who the devil really is. Right? I'm going to drop down to verse 8. It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, or Hashatan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they received not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Alright? So the people who gonna be falling for this devil, for this creature, this cretin, are the people who have not been blessed with the spirit of truth, because they won't be able to see him. They can't see him now, and they're not gonna see him then. Right? And this devil is letting you know it's gonna get pretty bad in society. Society, as you know, it's been over with. They've been planning it, and they have become too advanced to have things be held back for 20 or 30 years. Now it's too late in the game for that. So if they show you something 10 years ago, it might be time for that thing that they showed you to be revealed. That's how fast they're moving, but it's not in them to be moving that fast. It's the Father. Because how Abba said he would speed up the days, man. Right? Shorten the days for the elect's sake. Right? But, let me see. It's the book of Job, chapter 20, and verse 23. Let's see. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, power shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. And it's speaking about the enemy. And it's speaking about the enemy, his plans almost coming full-fledged, full-on, manifesting itself to full being, right? Scripture says, or how Abba says, when he is about to fill his belly, right, when he almost full, says, power shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Right? That's the fury of the Father's wrath is fire. Right? That's what he's speaking about. The lake of fire. And it's speaking about the last hurrah for the wicked. This wicked society that this man is trying to invent. He's trying to invent a real life anti-Garden of Eden. Right? That's what this man trying to invent, for real, for real. When it says in 2 Thessalonians 2 that this wicked will show himself as God, that means everything that power did, he's going to try to duplicate, but in a wicked manner. And he's been doing it. Right? Clones are real. We already know this. Genetically modified organisms, man, them things are real. The Most High, he's the inventor of creation. But this devil has taken that persona on as though he is. Right? But the Most High said, when he about to get full, right, when he think that he really on that status to be labeled God for real, even to the extent of trying to go to war with the Father in the heavens. The Father said, the fury of his wrath upon him, and it shall rain it upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn and cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. Alright? And that is what it is. Every time you see one of them extremely scary movies from Esau, that's Esau's fear. That's what he know he got coming up. Scripture, if you go in the script and you read about the day of the Most High and how dark it's gonna be, yeah. That's where all them scary movies come from. That man know what his future is. Right? So as far as his people go, hey, choose ye this day whom ye will serve. Alright? Bethink yourself in the land of your captivity. And Most High will have our spot in the elect seats. Most High will in these precepts in this video will edify. Call Elohim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Harakak Wadash. Shalom Yahshalom.